Okay, so today's modification, I actually built this before when I moved the battery, so we'll just get a little bit extra storage. The person who built the van initially has got the water damper lying horizontally, and obviously it should be vertical. It can't do that because the battery was in the way and now my box is in the way. I'm making some other changes, so my plan is to shorten this so I can actually have that mounted vertically so that it actually stabilises the water flow. And then I'm planning on fitting my new Victron charger here. So that's the plan.
So that's the Victron charger mounted. It's just 4 wood screws onto the box. The cable at the top is a 12 volt output, so plus 12 volts and ground, and then you can't see it, but underneath is the 230 volts inlet mains to power the charger itself, and that runs actually underneath the box to the main supply. So I've been upgrading some of the electrics in the van, and as I was investigating the best way to do it, because it has a Sargent system fitted, so this is the PCB from the Sargent module. I want to replace the power supply in the Sargent unit with a Victron power supply, so my intention was to connect it to the negative and the plus 12 volts. But as I was working around, I made a mistake and I actually damaged the Schottky rectifier. I'm really very embarrassed about damaging the pins on this device. I couldn't actually find a replacement part in the UK. There was none in stock, but Mauser Electronics had them in stock. I think it was £2.40 for the device, but it was £16.18 in total, including the shipping from Texas. But Mauser Electronics got it here in a few days, which was really good. So this is the device soldered back onto the PCB and ready to start the rebuild in the Sargent unit. So this is the PCB mounted back onto the original Sargent charger, and the device is mounted to the heatsink with some heatsink compound paste in between. We didn't convert this van, and I always felt as if there was just too many ground connections around the negative terminal on the battery. So the intention is to fit a ground bus bar and actually tidy up some of this ground wiring. It's not a difficult job, it's just one to be methodical with. So all of the 0 fault connections in the batteries are getting relocated to the ground bus bar. I'm upgrading the main power cables to 240 amps, and the bus bar itself is rated at 210 amps, so obviously we would derate it from 210 down. So the image on the left is the ground bus bar fitted. It's obviously much tidier than what it was before, and I'm quite pleased with that. I'll need to buy the cover for it, and now when I look at the image on the right and I see how much tidier the 0 volts wiring is, then it just makes me plan a future upgrade for a 12 volt bus bar to tidy up all of the 12 volt wiring there.